All right, standard disclaimer. This is a special episode of Ascendant Spinfoil. We will be recording this. Your participation is not required. Everybody is more than welcome to just be here. However, I would very much like for everybody to participate to the maximum extent possible, and please make sure that your voice is set to share. For those that are watching this video, if you're not into nerdy Destiny shit, people reminiscing, or cruel, foul, or dark humor, this is not the place for you. I believe there's a Bambi rerun on right now. So, that being said, this is our end of year / retrospective for Temple of Deicide, formerly known as Sanguine. How do you say that again, Brains?
Sanguinem.
Yeah, it was Sanguinem at Umbra.
Thank you, Sanguine et Umbra.
See, that exact thing
Previously,
right there is why I changed the name.
yeah, we all just called it Temple of Decide for a day or two.
Is that where you slay a dog?
Yeah.
Yes, actually.
So, real quick before we get going into everybody sharing, because what I really would like to do is just go around the room, so to speak, and have everybody share some of their favorite memories from the last year. Just a brief history of the clan for posterity's sake, since this is the first time we're actually recording this.
Oh,
So
we're
we're
gonna
all
get it on
from.
the record, huh?
Oh yeah. So I can't speak as to everybody's history. We all come from very disparate places, backgrounds, and interests. We got our Canadian contingent. We got people from the Northeast, the Southeast, out West, Midwest. Just a great big mess of people.
There's Fierce.
Hey, about time, Fierce.
Hello.
All right. So let me continue my monologue, and then we'll let you join in.
So he's just doing a brief actual history of how we actually started as a clan.
So Brains and I, first of all, I want to say that this is all my fault.
This is a fact.
Because Brains was playing Black Ops 3, and I played a couple of matches with him. And he was like, yeah, I'm kind of looking for something else to play. I'm not sure how I feel about this. And I'm like, well, there's this game I've been playing called Destiny. You might want to check it out.
What have you done?
That's always
And
how it starts.
he didn't get really too deep into Destiny 1, but he enjoyed it. We played together here and there, and then rolled into Destiny 2 with the Red War and all that good stuff. And really things kicked off around the time Forsaken dropped. At that time, Brains was really deep in with 181. And he got his first taste of a raid clear.
Oh, the crack addiction starts.
Yeah,
Which
that was
then,
that came. Yeah, that was Last Wish, I believe.
yep, Last Wish. And then he tried to drag me into a couple of things, but my schedule just wasn't very well. About the time I started being able to raid, 181 went defunct. And we actually started hitting up the LFG, and Brains started what would eventually become the clan, in that he started up a chat group with people that we would meet in LFG that liked raiding, that had thumbs, that, could at least listen and do things.
Or at least wanted to
That's
learn,
also
right?
181 is also where we had the unfortunate event of meeting Bubba.
Well,
For those that don't know, I'm teasing. For those that don't know, I'm teasing. I like Bubba.
yeah, I've known
Just
Bubba
wish
for
you.
literal years now. Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
some of you guys
if it
know him in
was,
real life,
if it
so
wasn't for
there's that.
Bubba, we wouldn't have 12 and Mark. So can't be all bad.
Or the clan, debatably.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
I was
that went
already
on.
super into the game, and he kind of like saw that it was a fire and was like, "I heard you like gasoline in your life. Let's go get you Whisper."
Yeah. Oh, That was. Oh, I won't go too deep into my favorite memories yet. I'll
Yeah,
save that for another
yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah. I guess
But
we got an
so
hour
that
or less.
eventually grew into a rather large chat group of people of various degrees of sweatiness, and that's where we started coming into contact with people like Sonic and
Mm.
Fierce and Pain and others. Then after an extended period of time, we just kind of noticed we kept playing with the same people over and over again, whether it was Stockholm or what. We kind of brains kind of took the hint and was like, well, let's just start up a clan. Which me being the sweaty and supportive dude that I am was just like, you do whatever the fuck you want, dude. I don't care.
Sweaty and supportive,
It came down to
like a
I don't
nice
know how to
jock
do it.
strap.
You do it.
Yeah. It's
Something
like, you
along
want
those
this,
lines.
you do it. I don't know. Then we started off small. I wanted to say initially we had 4 or 5 people.
Yep.
At this
I think
point in
we
time,
had
I don't
raid
even,
team 6, maybe.
Yeah, I think we
Yeah,
had
we had a raid team.
6.
because it was me, you, Bubba. I wanted to say Sonic was one of the originals with
Yeah,
Fierce.
Sonic and
Yes.
12 and Fierce. Yes.
And then Bubba brought in his buddy 12. And that was,
No, Mark.
no, Mark, yeah.
Yeah.
Or 12 was there
Yeah, I was
earlier.
in 181.
Yeah. Officially, the
And
new one, yeah.
and the rest, as they say, is history.
Well, don't
We've
forget
done,
we got, I don't know when Pain came, but it
well,
wasn't, it was shortly after the beginning or something.
we got Pain shortly
It
after the
was a while
beginning.
after.
Not
Because
long
he
enough to
left
give me an
181 and
ulcer.
went with some friends and then came back with,
That's right.
yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yep.
Yeah, and
I
And
remember
then,
that
we're
then.
very glad to have you back,
Yeah.
actually, by the way.
Yes.
Yep.
and then somewhere along the way, Dark fell in with us, and we were like, "Hey, man,
Poor bastard.
why don't you
Farming
just
Him
come join
and
our
prestige
clan?"
Spire
yeah,
stars for
I was gonna
Catalyst.
say him and Simeon both came in with Spyro Stars Farm.
Was that an
Because
LFG?
That was
Yeah.
I think it
LFG.
was
Yeah.
I
because
used to spend a lot of time in LFG.
Yeah,
we
you're an
found out
LFG
that you
find.
were just doing your own thing in a 2-person clan, and we're like, "Well, why don't you come over with join us, man? We got people, we can do stuff."
I was so
Yeah.
torn.
And
Sometimes.
eventually, he took the plunge. And then after about 6 months, he started talking to us.
Right?
It's hard getting a new clan.
It is,
And
it
from what
is.
I
But
hear, they're not all friendly when you join too. So like,
Yeah.
No, most of them aren't.
well, we're unique in that regard. And forgive me for a moment for bragging on our group here, but one, we just don't go around trying to recruit people for the sake of growing. We don't grab
true.
people unless they have shown an interest in the game, except for the couple of tower strays that 12 grabbed. Glad we broke him of that habit.
Right, dude.
I don't know how many times I'd log into the game and 12's like, "Hey, I made a new friend." Oh, crap.
I stopped being
There,
friendly.
there's just some dude in blues like, "Whoa, what do I do?"
I like raid.
Yeah.
No, bro, you don't.
But
Next thing you know, you were talking lore.
yeah.
So you pretty much covered the active. Sorry, go ahead. I mean, I don't want to.
Well, in summary, what I will say before we get squirreled again, though, is we're a small group. We don't recruit just for the sake of growing. We don't actively recruit at all. If we find people that we like and we get along with, then we'll extend an invitation to them. But we help each other out. No requirements. Hey, you need to know something. There's plenty of people to ask, but you play at your own time.
Yeah, there's no like you have to have a certain level of engagement with the clan. Like Fierce and Bubba, well, Fierce disappeared for like 3 months. I disappeared for a month and a half. Bubba periodically disappears for at least a month at a time, and
Yeah,
nothing's
I
ever
disappear for
said.
hunting season every year.
Yeah, like nothing's ever said. No one gets kicked. It's just kind of a casual, like, you put your own level of engagement with the group, and as
Yeah.
long as you're willing
You
to help
decide
out
your
once in a
own level
while,
of involvement in Project Mayhem.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, in summary, we have gone from a disparate group of people bum around LFG just trying to get into a raid to now we have multiple raid seals, multiple gilded conquerors, multiple gilded dredgeons. Take your pick
Not
in
sure if
terms of
dredging counts as a
PvE,
seal.
and we've done it. So I'm very happy. I'm very proud of how far the clan has come. And I look forward to doing this again at the end of the next season, the end of the next year, until they shut the servers down on us and we all got to go find something else to get our fix.
Which,
Just found our
for
Ribbons
posterity, the servers are down right now while we wait on Witch Queen.
Yes, I'm referring more to until they shut the servers down for good. So,
No. Like,
anyways, like no more Destiny, Mark.
That's something I probably should have just typed.
So, so on that note,
Absolutely.
on that note,
Absolutely.
with the time constraints we do have, I am going to try to hustle things along a little bit. I waxed a little bit more nostalgic than I probably should have. I'm going to call on people. Just go down the list. I just want, your favorite couple of memories. The floor will be yours. Please. I'm not trying to cut anybody short, but there are like 8 or 9 of us in here, so keep that in mind. Without further ado, though, Sonic, if you would care to start.
Oh, yay. Well, for like a small memory, there's a clip I posted in Shadow of a knight basically riding a glacial grenade, like a set of stairs, in a corrupted GM attempt. But most of mine is just I'm like seeing the progress that we've made over the last year, because a year ago none of us were doing GMs, none of us were. I think maybe just you and Brain were Ribbonsbane, and now we have like 8 people that have all gotten it. And I don't know, just seeing like how the different fire teams synergize with each other and stuff is kind of seeing how we've all made our different teams and whatnot. There's a couple of fun strikes that we've done that getting the first clear of corrupted was fun. Actually being able to kill her.
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
And
fuck
actually I think honestly though, from the last year, my favorite is having the team that did Ribbonsbane the first time. All 6 of us, none of us knew, like none of us have been through Ribbonsbane before, and we didn't have a single actual Ribbonsbane with us, and we, after a few weeks, were able to actually get it done first try that night, and I was pretty stoked about that.
That's a good one.
It was fun.
It
Also,
definitely
teaching 12
was.
to jump.
Yeah, I think everybody that was there for that remember. Hell, I don't even think I was there for that, but even I think fondly of, hey, what jump do you have equipped? What?
Oh, you were the one that taught him in that run of
Yeah.
Last Wish. Like, you stopped and were like, okay, we're figuring this out. We're gonna wipe, but we're gonna figure this out.
That was him and Brains.
Yeah, because I taught him how to feather.
Yeah, trying to convince me that I did need to turn well in the air, no matter what I thought.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Advanced jumping techniques like feathering your Titan jump, rotating and changing your position. Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. For the. Was that all you had on that one, Sonic?
Yeah, I think that's probably my best one from this past year is getting Ribbonsbane with the
Okay.
team.
I'm just like I said, I'm just trying to hit the highlight reel, but I'm also not trying to
Yeah.
cut anybody off. So,
You're good.
moving on then, our silent member, as it were, Dark. Do you have anything you feel like sharing?
Yeah, I will share one PVE and one PvP experience or fond memories. The first one being PVE, when we completed the Glassway Grandmaster Strike, Brains and Sonic and I. Somehow, I just remember a chicken just storming in and knocking Brandon and I out like it was nobody's business, and Sonic was by herself with overloads like closing in, and she just pulled it off and rezzed us, and somehow we survived chickens and barriers after that.
That was terrifying.
It was, and that chicken teleported on my screen.
hmm
And for PvP, just developing the Essel Dark Strat because I had never been a part of a strat like that before in PvP, where someone runs away and then brings like the entire team towards you to try and kill them, as a trap.
You just mow them down.
Hey, that has been a very effective strategy on many occasions.
I've seen it. It's
It
dope.
Truth.
It's
it
very well
has
put together.
it just took me a few times to realize that's what we were doing because I was almost surprised like the first 5 times, like, oh shit, oh, this is what's happening.
uh,
Hey, look at the stupid Titan. Follow me.
Oh, where did Essel go? Oh, no, there he is. It reminds me of the scene out of the first, well, episode 4 of Star Wars when Han Solo is on the Death Star and he runs past somebody and then like he comes back with like the whole stormtrooper brigade like running away, or Indiana Jones, one of the two. I can't remember.
That was Star Wars, and I think that's the nicest thing anybody's ever said about me.
Might
You're
be.
welcome. I'll close there.
Yeah.
Doc
Oh
has to
man.
go to the bathroom suddenly.
Yeah. Right. No. No. The Dark Esso Strat is definitely one of much entertainment. It just amazes me how many times that has worked, and it's also amazed me how quickly the Titan can move when properly motivated.
Oh yeah.
it's fair.
So pain, the big pain. What you
Most
got
of
for
mine
us tonight?
raid related. Getting my first garden clear with you guys. Another specific memory is when Sonic and myself did Presage for the first time. That was fun as shit.
Yes.
That was a fun ass day.
That was amazing.
And my favorite is my most recent one is getting my Ribbons Bane. It was completely badass.
It really was. Second
And
Well,
fucking try.
yeah, second try. That was quicker than it took the group that didn't have any Ribbonsbane with them.
I do want to give you some props on that one, Payne, because regardless of all the trash talking and shit I give you, when it came time to do your Ribbons Bane, you were on point. You never hesitated. You stepped up for every obstacle that came up. You were the first one to say, "Yeah, I'll take that job. I got this." So, big kudos to you on that.
He didn't wipe us
Oh,
on any
thank you.
attempts either.
No.
No,
No, I mean,
And
it was a good
don't take
way.
that as call anybody out. Sorry to cut you off. They shall be
No,
nameless.
no, that's fine. It was a good way for me to, prove myself that, you know what I mean. I know sometimes I don't pay attention and shit. That's probably my ADD too, but when I want something, I go for it. I told you guys I wouldn't waste your time, and I did not.
no. And we're very proud of you for accomplishing Ribbons Bane, which is still one of the rarest titles in the game.
It is.
Yeah, it's a memory I'll never forget, man. That
And
was a
I got
lifetime memory.
a small footnote I want to add. I don't want to cut anybody off. Sorry, but I don't
All
want to
right.
forget
Sure.
either. Due to various circumstances that I had going on, I couldn't be there the day Presage dropped. But I was able to like put the notification that it had come out, and the way that you two guys immediately got in there, got it figured out, knocked it out, and then immediately started running other clan members through, I was so pleased about that. I don't even remember if I said anything about it because I had a lot of shit going on at the time, but that was really
Yeah.
cool. Like, that's what it's all about, right?
Yeah. And it
Yeah,
was
and then
fun to actually
that's
get in there the first day and figure it out without anyone knowing what was going on. Like, we had I
yeah.
had glitched into the map.
I
I have
mean,
a 5-minute video that I glitched into the map because we had no idea where to go, what to do,
I
none of
know, jumping on floating boxes. Hey, I think we can get up here. Ah, shit, I fell.
it.
Well, I'm standing on my ship right now. Excuse me? Look at me, I'm on my ship. What? And there she is, standing on her ship. And then Esso was like, nah, I see where to go. I see where to go.
Yeah. No, that's something that I will just add in a quick thing. That's something that I never would have had the initiative to do had I not gotten gaming with you guys because before, meeting the group and us setting up underrated, I just kind of I was super casual to put it in like Destiny terms. I didn't sweat on anything. So,
It was a fun day for sure. And I loved running other people through it.
yes.
Because now everybody's helping me. Now suddenly I get to be the one for a day to help other people. I didn't say nothing. I'm like, I'm not spoiling shit. You get stuck, let me know. S was like, I don't need your fucking advice. I see where I'm going. See you later. I'm
Fucking
like,
show
son of a
off.
bitch. I know, right?
I remember
Goddamn
being a
S.
little spoiled bitch. I'll admit it. I was like, if you're not going to tell me, I'm just going to look it the fuck up.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to spoil it for you, but if you say, hey, where am I going? I'll point it out. But I just,
Yeah,
like I
yeah.
said, I didn't want to spoil it. Like, I'm just there for support. That pleased me to do that.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was super awesome to see, yeah, just people like fucking, yeah, furthering the whole thing.
I've made
I
a
will
lot
say
more
this,
memories
Payne.
with this clan than I did with my old one,
I'll say this, Payne.
my
Regardless
original.
of anything else and all the trash talking and everything else aside, you have come a very long way,
Oh,
and
thank you.
I'm happy to see that.
Yeah, me too,
So,
man. I'm a better player because of you guys.
on that note, 12. This ought to be entertaining.
Yeah, I'm waiting
Crash,
for
crash, and more
12.
crash. That
I
time I crashed the
apologize
guy.
in advance. Um,
Oh boy.
Honestly, right now I'm just going through the videos that we've all uploaded into clan chats and all that, and
That's fine. We can come back to you later.
it's freaking awesome. Like
Yeah, it
I
is.
remember half of these, and like I'm sure you guys have noticed, I don't like people. I think people, as a rule, kind of
Really?
suck.
You?
um, and I probably spend more time in with you guys than with anybody other than my wife.
You know,
And I regret nothing.
that is a odd characteristic of our clan. Is most of the people in our clan just really don't like people.
That is
I
true.
mean, not liking people brings people together.
Yeah, something
Uh,
like that.
yeah, well, studies show that people will bond over negative things better than over common positive things, like
This
bonding
is
over
true.
something they hate rather than something they enjoy doing.
That
Well,
100%.
it
explains a
sounds,
lot.
It's like 3 to 1.
yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds like I'm the glue that holds this clan together then,
Yeah. Caffeine
because
and hate and sweat and
nobody's more negative than
Yeah.
me.
salt.
Yeah. Caffeine and
All
sweat.
right. All right.
Um,
I'm going to regret this, but Mark, lay it on me.
interspecies genocide. Be specific. Interspecies
Yes.
genocide.
Depends on the
Yes.
genocide.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to be.
Alien
It's a
genocide.
scalpel, not a
Ostrich.
fucking chainsaw, my guy. You know.
Sometimes they are.
Sometimes a window looks like a tree. That was so fucking funny.
Hell yeah.
Can I can I just throw this in there real quick? When we did garden with Mark some week like a month or two ago, and we didn't even have to tell him, "Hey, yeah, run through that and get the." He just took it upon himself to run right through the portal and die. That was funny. We
That was
didn't have to
great.
do. We didn't even have to set the
He was like,
Unprompted.
table
yeah,
for
yeah,
you.
yeah. Come on. All right.
Let's just get it over with.
If you recall, he did that to someone else though at a
Yep.
different
Yeah.
point in time. He did get
Yep.
somebody to go through that portal and die.
Yep.
Yep.
So I guess building on what Fear said, right? Those are our traditions. Die. Oh, I remember when you guys were on that for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he's gonna like lore.
Well, as long
Uh,
as you're getting what you want out of it, then that works for me, right?
Right.
Yeah.
all right. For a little bit of sassiness, now let's talk. Oh shit, Fierce, you're in Bloodborne.
Oh, God damn.
I just downloaded it out of pure wanting to do something with my thumbs.
You know what, Dark? I just got your joke just now about how this feels like a Christmas party. I'm actually
It
curious now
does.
what you guys do when you're not in your Destiny server. Like, so Fierce is a Bloodborne guy. I saw Payne was playing
Oh,
Borderlands.
I literally just like downloaded it like 2 seconds ago.
okay. Once this is done,
Well,
don't go
enjoy
anywhere.
turn.
Once this is done, don't go anywhere. I want to join you.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Anyways, your
I just need
comments.
something mindless while we do this.
Whose comments?
Yours.
Oh.
The fierciest.
The
The
fierceness.
fierceness now.
The
Yes.
fierceness.
Whenever Bungie lets me update it, I'll update it on there too. But so some of the things that I think about a lot that made an impression on me was back when we were doing the Leviathan raids. Maybe it's because it was like the first among the first raids that I did with everyone, but that was really fun to me going through each of those raids, learning all new things, and especially Spire for some reason. I enjoyed the jumping puzzle, I think, the most in Spire. I think that's why, and there was a lot of, I don't know, camaraderie and fun during that time, and so I think a lot about Spire um, and the Leviathan raids. Um, and then uh, like something I've been thinking about recently too was how my game experience with Destiny started with uh, a clan that did nothing. Nobody did anything. I didn't know anybody. And then I jumped to this giant family of clans, polar opposite, and um, and then by chance I found everyone here, and it sort of felt like it was like a Goldilocks moment. Like not good enough.
Just right.
Oh, too much. This one's just right. Um, and so didn't do any rating, nothing. I was very, very basic. I simply basically logged in to grind out the different factions, and that was my Destiny existence. And so when I saw people with seals and doing raids and checking that stuff out, I was like, no way in hell am I ever gonna have any of that. Like I just gave up on that idea right away. And so going from that to 11 seals this year, and 3 of them are raid seals, especially Riven's Bane. It was a crowning achievement, I would say, of my time with Destiny so far, was getting that Riven's Bane title. And honestly, that title sort of started the rest of my title journey.
It's special to you, right?
Yeah, it's special to me, and it also was fun and exciting, and I learned that I could overcome these big obstacles. And so, yeah, it kind of started this whole seal chasing thing now.
I know these
Uh-huh.
bastards make you want to chase seals. Same with me.
It's interesting though that you talk about that, Fierce, because like the original purpose of the chat group and even the clan was to take people that wanted to raid and to teach them to raid.
Not just
Yeah,
like go stand on a plate over here, but like raid etiquette, how you position, how you communicate in comms, like the whole deal. Like just like you want to raid, this is what I know, this is what I've learned, this is what we've learned, right? In countless hours in LFG.
So
Well, carry a man, you raid for a day. Teach a man how to raid, right?
You raid for 2.5 years in a clan.
yep. Now go sit in the bitch basket.
Oh my God, has it been that long?
It's been quite a long time. I mean, we started. Yeah, it's been at least 3 years, I think.
Yeah, I
Two or
think
three
3 years.
years.
Definitely arrivals. We were
Yeah.
established as a clan. I think underrated goes back to um uh farmable raids for
Under
sure. Crown of Sorrows and Black Armory, not Black Armory, Scourge of the Past, all that. We were doing a lot of that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, and then 181, my time with 181 goes back to year one.
I think I met you guys like 2018, 2018,
Yeah.
2019.
Back when I was the quiet one.
Yep.
Yeah. It's weird to think about now because you are not at all quiet.
Oh, I need to get his wife to beat him more.
Well, we're about at
Beat
the
me, raid
halfway
mommy.
mark. Did we forget anybody?
Well, we got you and me left. So the floor is the floor is
Oh
yours, oh
yeah.
leader mine.
Mm-hmm. All
Yo,
right.
Captain, my captain.
Taken
Robin
captain.
Williams was a treasure.
He
Yes.
was.
We didn't deserve him.
You have
No.
my thunder crash.
So,
And you have
uh,
my Nighthawk.
I got the Discord pulled up in front of me, and I can just glance through some of these things. I'll say something at
Yeah.
the end, a little thing. I don't have it prepared. I'll just wing it. It's better that way.
Yeah, I'll be the closer on this one, as the purveyor of the feast, so to speak. If you go a little bit longer, I don't think anybody's going to argue.
So,
You're more of a historian than I am.
I don't know how to take that. I'm just going to glance over that.
What the fuck are you talking about, bro? I tease you all the time.
Yeah, me too. That's all I ever talk about
Yeah,
is Mark going to use a gun besides Witherhorde this time?
but we do it with
Witherhoard's not a
love,
gun.
man. You know, like we don't have malice on you. We don't say it with like malicious intent or anything. We do it because we like you, right? Like if honestly, if I'm quiet and I don't talk to you, that's bad. If I make fun of you, that's a good thing because you're worthy of my attention.
So,
No,
anyways,
generally frowned upon.
oh leader mine.
Well, so January 31st, 2021, that's about a year ago. We have, what is this? I believe Silence First Garden Clear. That was the end of January. We
Oh wow.
have everyone's Petra's run. Well, not everyone's. How do I say this? We have, I'll just do it by roster. We have Dark, 12, Fierce, Simeon, Exodus, March 31st, Petra's Run. We have, oh, I don't know, some picture from around Presage. That was May 11th. Um, I'm not sure. Maybe that's around when it came out.
That sounds right.
It looks like around that same time I uploaded a picture of us in a Grandmaster Cargan. It was Sonic and Fierce and me. I think there's a story there about how my first clear on that Grandmaster, Fierce was the only one left alive.
Yes.
And he cleared it
That
by
happens a
being in the
lot.
back of the map, hopping. Well, not me specifically, just Fierce being clutch. I'll acknowledge that.
Thanks.
That's what I was referring to.
But yeah, that was tense, man. I don't think we had been doing Grandmasters all that long. And unlike rating, when we all went into Grandmasters, we were all on more or less the same footing. Like some of us had farmed Master Nightfalls a lot more often together, so there was maybe a bit of an edge there for some groups. But you're talking about 6 people out of 9 maybe at this point, so it was most of us. So yeah, that's something.
Yeah, I
Uh,
remember the first time you drug my ass into a Grandmaster. I kept getting one shot by snipers, and I was like, okay, fuck this shit.
this is, yeah, a different experience. Oh, this is a good one. So this is Saturday, June 26th was the first clan clear of Vault of Glass. We have Bubba Nuts, Simeon, Payne, Sonic, Exodus, and myself. I can't say I remember that. I remember kind of being like not super into Vogue right away. Like I'm definitely glad we went in there and did it. Like I just love the raid, but like I'm way more excited for this new raid.
Yes.
For real.
Uh, we got Crazy Rob's first Last Wish. He hasn't been active much over the last year, but it looks like he might be coming back. Um,
Yeah, I think school got in the way for him.
it could be, yeah, and I know that's why we haven't seen Udals around much either. He went back to school. He specifically said we wouldn't see him for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of the reason we haven't seen Silent too much either, is he's been in school.
Dark's first Vault of Glass was around July 5th. Not all of these dates are super accurate. It's just when they were uploaded. I try to keep it sometime recent, day of, next day if possible. Um,
Yeah.
we have a picture of when Simeon got Conqueror. This was posted July 12th. I believe he was the first one in the clan to get Conqueror because he had worked on some previously in a different group.
Yeah. He had been doing some LFGs as well.
Yeah. And then when it came back around, like when we started ramping up for it, he was like, yeah, totally. Like, I'll get back into that. And I think he only needed 1 or 2. This picture's at the tower, so I don't remember what nightfall it was. He might. There's Last Wish pictures and a picture of Sonic, Fierce, and myself in what the fuck nightfall is this? The Shank one, the one with the shanks. You remember that
Oh,
shit?
the fallen
Where
saber.
Yeah, that's the one. This picture is in the hallway of death.
Oh wow.
I know a lot of y'all have memories of the hallway of death and the various iterations of. All right, so this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
There's a huge gap here. I wasn't uploading much to Discord. I think I have some screenshots I can put up here. Maybe retrofit the date. The next one is February 15th when Payne got Ribbonsbane. And then that's it. For that. So does any of the stuff I just was talking about bring up anything anybody want to talk about? Grinding anything in particular or any fond memories that we didn't already cover, maybe?
I'm trying to think, cause like the GMs, like clearing the various GMs, the ways that we found out. Touching back on the one that Dark mentioned of you, me, and Dark, probably my favorite moment from that GM was you and Dark figuring out, hey, we can alternate dusk fields to avoid having to have a barrier since our only barrier is now dead and can't be revived.
Well, on the Glassway, that was the one that I believe that's when I gilded my Conqueror because
Yeah.
Brains wouldn't leave me alone until I gilded it. So I was like, fine, let's go. And we got into the Glassway, and it was me, him, and I wanted to say it was Simeon in there with us. And we ran into.
Yeah, there were a couple fire teams. Simeon was one of the ones that cleared it. Yeah.
But we ran into a similar situation as you, Sonic, where basically the chicken got the drop and teleported, and next thing I know, Brains is down, Simeon's is down, we've got no revives, we're in phase 3, and I'm like, shit. Panic super. So I wound up crashing a chicken, which was great. The problem was is I hit the chicken that was already almost dead, so I'm like playing hide and go seek with a grenade launcher against the other chicken while the boss is taking pot shots at me. And when we finally got him dead, we got lucky. There were no more waves coming, but I wound up just sitting in that room with an auto rifle shooting at the boss until he died. And they're like, you got this, dude, you got this. And I'm like, yep. Reload. Reload.
That's pretty great.
But in terms of like my favorite memories of doing things, one was before the clan actually started. This is like an honorable mention for me. Was the first raid I did, I think, was Scourge of the Past. Because Brands was like, hey, man, we got an open spot. You're online. Let's go do Scourge. And I'm like, okay. And we get all the way to the last boss, and they're like, okay, put on Whisper. And I'm like, I don't have Whisper. And they're like, all right, pause. You, come here. We're going to go get Whisper real quick.
That was actually Searing. I'll do the name drop for old 181 guys. There's not too many left.
I couldn't remember who he was, but yeah, so him and Brains drugged me to go get my Whisper. That was my first raid clear. Now, in terms of things I remember, of the clan, the Petra's run, where we found out that 12 was jumping through the gap in the wall instead of going around to where there was a ledge to land on. On the hidden chest. None of us knew. We couldn't figure out how he kept dying at that one point. It wasn't consistent, but like he would just randomly die, and we're like, shit, time to start again. And I'm down there by the chest, and he's like, hey, can you stand where I can see you so I can aim my jump? And I'm like, dude, I'm right on the edge. And he comes and he's like, I don't see you. And I'm like, look. And he comes over and he's like, oh, there's a ledge right here. And I'm like, how have you been getting here? He's like, oh, I've been jumping through here. I'm like, is there even an opening there? He's like, yeah. It's like, holy shit, dude. Oh,
I was doing that
that-
jump for months, man.
yeah. Just goes to show, if you don't watch what everybody's doing, they might be doing some weird shit.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting a little close on time, so there's one thing I wanted to get on tape, and I'm gonna try and keep this tight and not ramble too much. But Fierce actually touched on it briefly, almost the exact um, sentiment. So what really led me to like start with the whole chat and what eventually grew into the clan and shit, and SO and Bubba and eventually others were all a big part of this, right? Um, I just I remember in year one, you know, pretty much running around by myself all the time, with SOs occasionally, right? And I just wanted to raid so bad. I would watch all these YouTube videos like Dado and shit, and just like I knew a lot about the raid, but I didn't know how to get in there. I didn't know how to do it, and just finding people to teach me wasn't that easy, right? I had actually been in a Leviathan raid at one point, but I did not I didn't get it. So they eventually, they were like, "Yeah, it's not working out." You know what I mean? Which actually only made it worse. I was like, "Oh shit, so close." But it was really that core emotion. That's all it was because eventually, uh, in the Destiny community, I did find people. Bubba was one of them, right? That took the time and like invested time in me as a player, as a person, and was like, "Yeah, check this shit out. This is cool. Oh, have you ever heard of this thing? Oh, check this out." And in time, right, the student became the teacher, as that's how it goes, right? You pass it on, and then to see that happen with me now, with you guys, and to see that growth where you guys have taught me plenty of shit now. Like, not that I ever expected anything in return, but trust me, we're square, all right? Between the memories and what I've learned, it's a great thing. I'm more than happy. Like, I'm more than proud. I don't usually effuse that much emotion, right? I'm not gonna now. But
Me too, man.
it's It was yeah, it's been one hell of a fucking year. I will say that. Like I couldn't be more proud of you guys. Like the Ravensbane shit, like also we got Enlightened,
Yep.
um
And Descendant.
and
Yep.
Descendant. But I
Yep.
think Enlightened is gonna have to come right underneath Ravensbane, right? Because there was a point I think where Garden almost we weren't yet a clan, but Garden almost broke the group.
Maybe.
Yeah,
And
it
to
was
come back, it's been a long time, but to come back and just own the fuck out of it. Now we got the raid seal, and we're soon gonna do flawless, multiple runs of it, I imagine, just to get everybody through it, right?
yeah.
And just that's a good benchmark for me. Is that's where we're at now versus maybe the past year, maybe a little longer than a year, whatever. But we're just casually discussing when our next flawless raid is gonna be, as opposed to are we even going to raid tonight, this week? Who knows? Do we have enough people? It's like, all right, you know, what's the
But
next impossible task we're just going to, own the hell out of and have a good time doing it, right?
Yep.
Beautiful thing.
My next task is to make a gun out of Savathun,
accurate.
and it'll
Well,
clap
I'm
every time I pull the trigger.
if we
I'm
want to
willing to
do
put a
any
whole.
closing statements, we have 11 minutes. Sorry to cut everybody off. I'm bad about that sometimes, but that's where
No
we're at.
worries.
I'm done speaking.
So I have a closing statement I would like to make. It's going to take a minute. Anybody else got anything real quick they want to say?
Just
I'm willing to put.
thanks for.
Sorry.
You're good.
Sonic, go ahead.
Just thanks for the teaching up to this point, and I'm looking forward to hopefully however long Destiny is around for, Uh, learning all of it with all of you guys.
12.
Well, for the impossible tasks, I'm thinking about putting a hold on the solo flawless master grasp for because there's a new raid dropping, and I'm so excited,
Oh, yeah.
so excited.
And
Like I'm going to
that
bed
kind
really excited.
that kind of ties into my final thought for the evening, and I just wanted to say this before we conclude, is
You
I've
don't
done
want
a
to get
lot of
everybody else?
raiding in the past.
Come on.
Yeah, I've done a lot of raiding in the past. Um, Different games, different MMOs. I've been raid lead, I've been this, I've been that. And I just want to say that I appreciate the raid team that we have built because everybody comes in, and even if we do have our missteps, I don't have to take control to make you guys do what you need to do like I have in the past. I used to do some pretty hardcore raiding, but even in that, I was constantly having to verbally beat people with a stick to keep them moving and doing what they need to do, and you guys just take to what needs to be done and do it to the point where Sonic is known as the raid mama, and I'm just a shit talker in the back. So I really appreciate that.
True story.
Yeah, man.
I want to hear from Dark
Yeah,
and Fierce too, because you guys have you're part of the heart and soul, I guess, or something. I really appreciate how different everyone is, and it's you guys are important to me for that reason too. Not just your crazy good thumbs and your awesome personalities too, but like you're part of the big picture. You know what I mean?
oh, you're gonna make them blush.
How sweet.
Fierce.
Um, let me. So I'm gonna be nerdy. Just quote Maya Angelou. She said that people will forget what you said and they'll forget what you did, but they won't forget the way you made them feel. And you all have impressed that upon me, and that's why I think about our fond times a lot. So thank you for making me feel happy.
Thank you, Fierce. Don't ghost us again, or I'm gonna hunt you down.
Okay.
We got Dark Pain, Mark. You guys want to have a final statement or anything?
Dark.
Oh, oh, great! I gotta follow my
No,
Angelou.
you don't. You
Teaching.
just say
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't have to say anything if you don't want to.
No, I do. I do. I mean, I will keep it concise because I know we're running out of time, but I just want to say I'm a better player and a better person having met all of you guys. And I appreciate the time you put into my development, and I appreciate your willingness to be patient and friendly, and those are just things that I just truly appreciate given all the crazy things going in the world today, to know that I can log on and interact with a group of people that are not going to add to my stress. I just think that's invaluable.
and Merry Christmas to you too, Dark. Pain.
Pain?
I'm honestly thankful to be in a clan where I get along with everybody.
Mostly.
Everybody that deals with my bullshit and follows my sense of humor for the most part. Thankful for the motivation, and I appreciate every single one of you,
Wow.
And
except
Mark.
for
My
except for
feels.
Mark. I love you, Mark.
And Mark.
Seriously, your mama.
Your mama.
Go.
Oh, see, Blair
Besides
Witch, go do
yourself.
Done
that.
that. I've seen him do it.
Oh yeah.
Go kill something besides yourself.
Well, we have 5 minutes. I really look forward to Witch Queen, all the crazy, awesome things that are coming, the future of Destiny, the future. As far as I'm concerned, I think Sonic mentioned it. I'm not going anywhere, like for the foreseeable future, and that's kind of always been the premise of the Discord, the YouTube, the clan, everything. It's like I'm gonna be doing it anyways. You're welcome to come along. So if you need to take a break or whatever, that's fine. I'll still be here.
I
Yeah.
like how he says that, but anytime I no, I'm not going to do sweaty shit. He's like, shut the fuck up, get your gun, and get in the groove.
Because it's your fault I'm here. So you may as well come with. No.
No.
The video ends in like 4 minutes.
No,
The
we
Witch
go to
Queen
bed early
begins.
tonight to play early tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Yes.
Like I'm gonna do
Yeah.
some video editing and probably do whatever it takes and be asleep in a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah.
All right,
What time is
I'm
it
gonna
so
watch the trailer at
July?
very high volume, and then go read a book.
let's
Well,
get silence for a moment so he can end the recording, and then we can do whatever side conversations we'd like.
all right. Well, just one quick shout out. I am gonna try to work hard tonight and have the most recent episode of Spinfoil and this up by the morning, so that you can at least check it out before Witch Queen.
Before we all obsess over the game for the next
Yeah,
2 weeks.
like I'm trying to get a bunch of shit done tonight, in and out of the game, so that because when Witch Queen comes, I'm not doing any of that shit. I'm playing
Oh
Witch
man,
Queen.
my wife is so
Oh, yeah.
understanding.
Yeah, big props to her. Yeah, thanks to all your
Yes.
significant others for loaning you guys to me. I appreciate
Oh,
that.
it's all
To
good.
us,
Mine doesn't even like me, anyways.
Mine is so patient
Fair.
with this stuff.
Mine does, but he's in bed, so it's okay.
well, I don't have one either, Mark. I'm married to the game, I suppose. Oh, maybe I need to edit that out. Anyways, I will. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I can't wait to see what the future
Hell
holds
yeah.
for the group and see what we achieve together. It's gonna be exciting. It's
Outstanding.
gonna be awesome.
I look forward to it.
Yes.
Damn.